And that Clive exploited Diddy to realize his own dreams and maybe return. Sweetheart, this Shed Diddy's Pandora box is a treasure trove of information. Miss Jaguar Wright arrived with some steaming hot tea and revealed information about Diddy that we had never heard before. She verified that Diddy was Clive Davis's boy toy, and that Clive exploited Diddy to realize his own dreams and maybe return to fame and power. In a situation akin to the sugar daddy sugary child dynamic, Jaguar is now asserting that Clive has been assisting Diddy in evading justice for years in order to injure others. It seems as though Jaguar has been pressing her foot into Diddy's neck for quite some time, and we don't seem to mind because she is consistently leaking information about Diddy that ultimately proves to be accurate. Rumors of Diddy being on the DL have been around for almost as long as his career, and people have frequently discussed the shenanigans and things he gets involved in with other rappers. What Diddy identifies as should be no one's business, but when he mistreats others, well, it's important that we talk about it now. There has been a lot of talk about how Diddy is Wendy Williams, The Game, and many more have come out to talk about this. Cass's case validated Diddy's delusional thoughts. Cassie said that Diddy had made her employ male bodyguards and that he had seen her do acts with them, taking pleasure in his bodyguard status. Gene has come out to disclose that Diddy not only saw C and his escorts, but also took an active part in the activities. He wasn't interested in it coming back to him since, as you can see from the photos, she wasn't simply hiring it for herself. Don't get that effed up art if you think so. She was employing those male prostitutes for herself. In light of the recent accusations against Diddy and the previous ones accusing him of sexual assault, one has to wonder how on earth he was able to get away with such behavior for such a long time. It also begs the question of how he became involved in such behavior in the first place. Jaguar is intervening in the matter and disclosing where he learned all of this. It appears that Diddy is also a victim, as he was allegedly an intimate slave to Clive Davis. If you understand what I mean, it doesn't make much sense that Diddy, who was merely an despite having little prior music experience, he started an internship at Uptown Records in 1990 and was fired 3 years later, in 1993. He then formed Bad Boy Records in collaboration with Arista Records, which is owned by no one else. He ultimately secured a deal to launch his own record label. People have always wondered how Diddy was able to convince Clive Davis to fund his record label. It wasn't like Clive had a lot of faith in Bad Boy Records being successful, because he was relatively new to the industry. Then Clive Davis, sure, Bad Boy Records ended up becoming super successful. He himself acknowledged this in an interview, admitting Diddy put pressure on him, saying, "When he played me, Sean Combs convinced me that the top 40 was going to embrace hip-hop. It seemed so unlikely." Craig Max, a 21-year-old man, was a hitmaker in 1994 and a well-known VI material when he was still relatively unknown. Clive didn't particularly want to support Diddy's Bad Boy record label, but he did so because he could clearly see how music was evolving. Now that Jaguar has revealed new information, it appears that we may finally get the answers we've been waiting for. According to Andrew Harold, Diddy's mentor who launched Uptown Records, he was a S3x. She says that Andrea was allegedly conceived by Clive Davis. At this point, I want to focus on Sean, because he is a human trafficker who uses music and entertainment to trick people. Is this only happening to adults, children, or boys and girls? Based on what I've heard from reliable sources, trustworthy, it's not that important. I don't believe that Sean's behavior is related to his gender at this point. Instead, I believe that he is an extreme narcissist who enjoys power and the ability to manipulate and dominate others. This is probably because his mentor, who also loved to control him, abused him. People and Andrew Davis served as his mentor. Tell us about this. When it came to Clyde's decision to fund Bad Boy Records, Jaguar made an interesting revelation. Don't tell me that Andrew Harrell was also impacted by Clive Davis. I'm telling you, I have no idea what transpired between Andrew and Clyde. Individuals, with Andrew Davis acting as a mentor. Tell us about this. Jaguar revealed something fascinating about Clyde's financing of Bad Boy Records. I have no idea what happened between Andrew and Clyde, so please don't tell me that Andrew Harrell was likewise affected by Clive Davis. I am aware that Andrew went unnoticed. How someone can lose their entire company to their intern and still be the president of Uptown is beyond me. Even I have experience as an intern. Diddy has always given Clive credit, and in 2019, after winning the Grammy Icon Award, he said that Clive Davis and Arista Records gave me a chance when I founded Bad Boy Records. I will always be thankful to him for being one of the first business executives to genuinely believe in me. But according to the most recent allegations, Clyde didn't support Bad Boy and disregard Andrew because he thought Andrew could do more than that. Rather, it was because there were allegations circulating that he and Diddy were secretly having some hanky-panky. Notably, Clive Davis came out as bisexual and faced multiple charges of sexual assault. It's possible that Diddy got down on his knees for him in 1994, which is how Bad Boy Records came to be. It's also absurd what people said about Clive as Whitney Houston, which he first started her career with him, and how he continues to profit from her songs today. It only serves to highlight how much of Hollywood is happening without our knowledge. Movies that combine documentaries, the Jaguar was right when they indicated that Diddy made me nauseous because he was well known in the Jeffrey Epstein case and was a frequent visitor to the island. Though it seems crazy to think that Andrew Harrell was on the DL. Jaguar's justification is very logical about this continuing trend, but I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on Jaguar's disclosures. Do you think Diddy is Clive's property? After seeing the next video and sharing your thoughts in the comments section below. What I do know is that Andrew was overlooked. I don't understand how someone can go from being the president of Uptown to losing their entire company to their intern. I mean, even I was once an intern. Diddy has always given credit to Clive, and upon his Grammy Icon Award win in 2019, he stated that Clive Davis and Arista Records gave me a chance when I started Bad Boy Records. He was among the first industry executives to truly believe in me, for which I will always be grateful. However, if the latest rumors are to be believed, Clyde didn't fund Bad Boy and ignored Andrew because he believed in what Andrew could accomplish. Rather, it was because, according to rumors, he and Diddy were covertly involved in some hanky-panky. It's noteworthy to note that Clive Davis also faced several sexual assault accusations and came out as bisexual.